Now Dallas looking for a shot attempt on this second possession after turning it over on possession number 1. Luka leaves his feet, finds Josh Richardson. Shot clock winding down. Takes a deep three and hits it.
The energy should be good for this Maverick team. Been off for almost a week and a half or so. Been voted in twice as a starter.
Thank goodness for Josh Richardson early on in the game. He has been the primary source.
Sometimes that time off when you get a chance to practice will sharpen you up.
Before the game, as Desmond Bane shoots and hits a three, and he's been very good at that as a rookie.
Yes, he has. What Dallas doing a good job limiting the Grizzlies to just one shot, rebounding well early.
Richardson cooking in the first quarter tonight. That's 11 now. Xavier Tillman missed on the baseline. Here's Hardaway. Heaving, hitting, splashdown three, and Memphis wants another timeout. He's playing just his second game of the season. He secures a rebound of his own miss outside to Tyus Jones. Jones missed a shot. Hardaway on the attack and bowling balls his way into the paint to score. 20-7 is the lead right now for the Mavs in the first quarter over the Grizzlies with about 10 minutes of that quarter played. Jones has 2 baskets in the quarter for the Grizzlies now. Missed the three-pointer short. More on his long route to getting back on the floor when we have time. But right now, we got to see a 4-point play in action.
Boy, he came flying out ready to go.
Runner by Jones. Nice bounce.
Those are not easy shots that he's making.
Dallas can work this clock advantage for the 2-for-1. 37 seconds, 15 to shoot. Making a move into the paint. He will shoot this time and score this time. Luka's first points of tonight's game. Jones will back up. Now got to drive it at Cauley-Stein. Around him, layup good. 4 made baskets in a row for Tyus Jones.
One thing Dallas is doing, that's defending well.
And shooting the three well. 6 of 12, 50% now as Brunson with that string music. For the last 6 games, they've moved from last in the league to 25th. They've jumped from under 33% to, as Harp said, 35% on threes as Valanciunas scores for the first time in 5 shot attempts tonight.
I think what they're looking for is consistency on both sides of the ball right now as a team. And the wins will pile up for you.
5-3 in the month of February as Brunson got it to fall inside. Fortunately, they're 29th in defensive rating in the month of February, but they're helping that defensive rating out tonight the way they're playing on this end of the floor. Valanciunas scores inside. He's got back-to-back baskets, 31-17. Got one at that, and it's no good. 4-on-3, Brunson centers, stutter steps on Tyus Jones, and goes to the Baja. Little cherry turnover.
Yeah.
It happens.
Nice pass.
Cutting Powell and slamming.
His minutes have been up and down this year, but when he's out there, he plays 100%.
Jones pushed off a little bit. 5 of 6 on the floor and 1 unfortunate turnover a moment ago as that is a shooter's bounce, friends.
Shooting the ball decently. Just 1 for 10 from that three-point line. That's scoring double figures. They turned it over again.
Bad pass by Morant looking for Clark. And Brunson with a stop and pop. Man, it is a 3-player extravaganza tonight. Playing quarter number 2, just over halfway through it. Pocket pass for Valanciunas, knocked away and finally picked up by Brunson. And he had a head of steam when he did pick it up.
Nice
he
play.
finds Hardaway. It is a nice play because it pays off in that. Memphis still struggling mightily at 30%, and that's produced a 20-point lead right now, although Morant just takes 2 points off that lead. He can make it 3.
That was a pretty sporty play that time by Morant.
Gamble able to get back to Morant and defend him, and then Morant's kick-out pass. Winslow no good on a 3. Running the floor, and a beauty of a pass finds Tim Hardaway Jr. streaking down the floor to score. Wild shot by Morant, no good. Hardaway. A flyby defender was Morant. Hardaway had time to gather himself and buries the open 3. As we noted a moment ago, speaking of production, to the tune of 7 of 8 overall.
From start to finish, been outstanding tonight.
Bane made a hard drive against him and able to score using that stout frame, Desmond Bane.
Yeah, that was a very strong drive.
Luka from Richardson. Three-pointer is good. First three-pointer tonight for Luka, Hart. Morant in the lane, bottled up by that solid Dallas defense, which has been a real story in the first half. Bane got underneath the defense, though.
Even that Hart was a really tough shot he had to make over two people.
Absolutely right.
Guys, tonight, as Luka scores again in the paint, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 dime tonight for Doncic. There's a second dime, and it is a cram home by Powell on the lob from Luka.
It's really great.
He knows how to conduct that orchestra, man.
Yes, sir. It's like a giant Chris Paul as Morant does a nice flip.
Yes, he does. After a pass fake froze the defense. Morant now 10 points, but averages almost 19. Luka scores again. Mavs third best in the league, turning it over just 12 times a game. Going downhill, Morant. Around and down on the shot.
How'd that go in?
Got his own miss back. Brunson closes out on Kyle Anderson, who pushes it up with the right-handed scores. Dallas is up by 17. Brunson looking to extend the lead, answering Anderson, and he does.
He just gets down in there, finds the spots, makes it look easy, so consistent.
Averaging about 12 a game. That's what he's got tonight. Oh, and Grayson Allen is fouled, and they're going to score the basket. Hardaway bottled up by Tillman. Finds a cutting Finney-Smith. Inside, no. Cauley-Stein tip in on the second try to tip it home. Richardson with it as we go on to 3 to play in the third quarter. In the paint. There's that mid-range game again. Averaging a 12.5 a game. Richardson's got 15 tonight. And then Morant with a score. Will have only 4 second chance points tonight, a category that they lead the league in going into play tonight at over 15 a game as Brunson scores in the paint once again. A Maverick record, by the way. Steal, Cauley-Stein, a force pass.
Nice attack in the open court by Brunson.
Burke in exchange with Powell, hard to the basket. Finney-Smith, late clock to save the possession. Oh, he got it up on the rim and it falls home. The prayer was answered. Finney-Smith had been shooting the ball so well last 7 games, 50% from the three-point line. Speaking in threes, there's 2 in the game tonight as Luka drills one.
From start to finish. Start to finish. Dallas been the more dominant team.
Desmond Bane with a 3. Luka will circle back. He's got big guy Valanciunas guarding him. The rainbow 3 over him. Settles home. And one of them is wide open. Luka comes up short. Offensive rebound. And on the second try, Dorian Finney-Smith scores on a putback.
Valanciunas having a big rebound night, 14.
Averages 11 a game. Averages 16 points per game.
As good as Morant is, he's really going to have to get better shooting. Tim Hardaway Jr. He doesn't need any help shooting the basketball this evening.
Winslow's pocket pass behind the initial recipient, but it still ends up in the hands of Kyle Anderson in the corner for a 3. Rick's emotions were in terms of putting Luka back in the game a moment ago. That'll help. Stepping into the 3. You saw the deep knee bend from Hardaway, and he drills it. For the Grizzlies, as Jalen Brunson will dribble out the clock on a 10-point victory. Dallas 102, Memphis.